All right, hello Wargamers. I'm WIP Cerastus here with my friend William, who just got this beaut of a model in from ForgeWorld. It's the Castigator Knight, and yeah, so we just want to do a little bit of a video talking about why it's so awesome. What do you think, Will?
Well, one of the big things that I really like about the three new Knight variants is that each one has a very sort of specific use and role, which means that there is no one that slots into any given army. So, for example, for the Lancer, it's a super heavy hunter. That's its job. That's what it does. And so, if that is a hole in your list, is being able to kill super heavies, then that's the chassis that might work for you. For the Acheron, that's the Hellstorm Flamer as well as the other Bolter, which means that it can shoot something and charge something else. That brings it a certain level of versatility that the other two Cerastus Knight chassis don't have. Now, the reason I personally chose the Castigator is because one of the issues in my list is long-range shooting and the ability to pick off units and things of that nature. So, in addition to that, it also provides me invisibility defense in that the sword attack auto hits, which means that I bypass invisibility, as well as against a majority of targets, it's as effective as Strength D unless they are T6 or Eternal Warrior with an invul save, because Strength 10 AP2 or Strength 10 AP2 rerolling armor penetration is just as good. In addition, it also has the secondary attack where for each hit will cause a second hit on, or each wound will cause an automatic second hit on the initial target, which means that even invis targets, it'll also chew through hordes on top of anything else relatively quickly. And one of the issues I have to worry about is getting bogged down into combat. So luckily, if they can get 5 to 10 in, Strength 10, AP2 auto hits, killing probably 6 or 7 with the first volley, and then maybe another 6. So I'm chewing through 13 a round. There are very few units that can hold up to that level of attrition.
Yeah, that ability to gain more wounds off of successful wounds is pretty useful in terms of avoiding tar pitting and stuff like that. So, what do you think about, like, what's your opinion on the best way to field this, or what are the weaknesses that it has?
One of the weaknesses it has is that it only has the one gun, which means that, and it's a reasonably powerful gun, which means that whatever it shoots at, there is a good chance that it might take itself out of charge range. The second thing is that it can't engage most super heavies, considering its Strength 10 AP2 versus Strength D. So even if it goes first against a lot of them, he's not going to be able to reliably strip the hull points to kill another Knight. And so another Knight will most likely beat him in close combat. In addition, as I was saying before, if there is Eternal Warrior with an invul save, since he does not have Strength D, which, regardless of Eternal Warrior, just does multiple wounds, it's much easier to tank the attacks from him. He still has the good Ion Shield save, which I personally like, because I find it is a big weakness of the Lancer, is not being able to put that shield to the back with all the drop and other sort of units out there, especially with the new Eldar Precision Strike. Not being able to respond to a unit in your rear arc could be a huge liability.
Push a button, and then we'll change it.
And so I think that is something, that's one of the other reasons that I like this one above the other variants. And
what's new with you?
that's the main thing, is also, like I said, it's in my list, it fills a majority of the issues that I have. It also provides some reasonable anti-flyer in the form of 8 twin-link Strength 7 shots that at least forces the flyer to be honest, and that they can't just fly around the table doing whatever they feel like all the time, especially against Tyranid flying monsters creatures where they have it breaks their armor, so they have to jing to stay alive, which kills their ability to shoot with anti-armor rounds.
Yeah, unlike standard Knights, this guy can actually bring the hurt for flyers, which is a nice change. Plus, it has the normal durability of a Knight, so probably has a lot more versatility than you might expect.
Well, it's just not having anything that can reliably make flyers worry, and they can just fly around with impunity, really almost cost me a game. I managed to pull out a tie, which was better than I could have expected. As well as in another game where just him being able to hide 1 or 2 man units out of range caused a significant number of problems, and so having that long-ranged ability is going to really help my army, as I'm basically running a mostly close combat army in 7th edition.
Yeah. So that's, I mean, with normal knights, that's one of the easy ways to kind of deal with them is with flyers that can put out some heavy firepower, and also the deep striking something in behind, and so having the ability to put the shield on the back is, like you said, important.
And another thing I really like about the Cerastus chassis is that it comes with flanking speed, which means that it can run 3d6.
Yeah.
And so one of the big things that knights have to worry about is either being forced to move through difficult terrain or getting caught in difficult terrain, because a knight can easily be stuck in it for 2 or 3 turns. And so it's very important to be able to get out of terrain in that one turn instead of being bogged down. Or if someone like hits you with a thunderfire cannon or something like that, be able to cover the distance anyway.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the real big reasons I really like this chassis over the other variants.
Yeah. Oh, and it's just, an awesome model on top of that, right?
Yep.
So.
Oh no, it was a lot of birthday money.
Yeah.
Worth every penny.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, yeah, it's a pretty awesome model and some sweet rules to go along with it. So
It's going to take me a couple months to paint this bad boy.
yeah.
Currently, he doesn't have any of his armor pads on him, so he's going to look a little scrawny.
Yeah, it's okay. It has the detail that they put into this thing is crazy, especially in places where, you're not even going to see it in a normal situation. They put detail on there that really, it looks good even without the completed model. So
But that's the thing is, for a lot of those details, even if they're going to be covered up, there will be one angle where enough of it will be available that it will be obvious if you haven't painted it.
yeah.
Like I test fitted the plates on, and I was just like, yep, still have to paint that. Yep, still have to paint that.
So you're probably not going to prime this white then, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never prime anything white. I am a fan of free shadowing, thank you.
Yeah. That's the thing with white primer is you have to be you can't miss a single spot.
Yeah, and you can't see it, especially on resin like this.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Well, thanks for talking to me about it. Hopefully we'll see it when it's painted up.
Give me a few months.
Yeah.
I'm a busy man.
Yeah. Can I pimp your blog and...
Yeah, sure. I still need to update it, but go for it.
Cool. Well, you guys can check out William's stuff in the blog link below, and also occasionally on the Veterans of the Long War podcast. So, pretty cool. Thanks for watching, guys, and happy wargaming.